Good morning, my dear friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Coding with Vinod. Today, I am going to solve a lead code problem on March 25th. Let us see the problem. We should check whether given grid is can be able to cut into the section or not. Please check if the grid can be cut into sections or not. It is a medium level problem. Here, there is some small logic to understand. If we understand this logic, then it would become very easy problem. Let us see how problem statement. This problem states that you are given an integer n representing the dimensions of n cross n grid with the origin as the bottom left corner. Let's suppose we take a graph. It is 0, comma 0 as left corner, and they are also given a 2D array of integer coordinate rectangles, where rectangle of I is of the form of start of x, start of y, end of x, end of y, representing a rectangle on the grid. Each rectangle is defined as the following. Start of x and start of y, bottom left corner. If if we consider a rectangle, this is start of x, that is start of y, bottom left corner. No, it is not. Here, it is the coordinate of start of x and start of y. This is end of x and end of y. If we note these 2 points, then we can consider a rectangle of size sx, sy, sx, sy, ex, ey. Now, I have discussed if this sx is bottom left corner right coordinate, x coordinate. This is y coordinate. This is x coordinate of end. That is right corner, top right corner. Now, note that the rectangles do not overlap. Do not overlap. We should note that the rectangles do not overlap. Your task is to determine if it is possible to make either two horizontal or two vertical cuts on the grid. Note this point, my dear friends. We should find out the two vertical or two horizontal sections. Two vertical or two horizontal sections. Understand clearly, they have said minimum of two. They indirectly said minimum, that is two horizontal, two vertical. Each of three resulting sections formed by these cuts at least form at least one rectangle. Every rectangle belongs to exactly one section. That means if if suppose we divide in horizontal way, in horizontal way, each rectangle, each rectangle belongs to this section only. This is section 1, this is section 2, this is section 3. No rectangle belongs to both the section. It is not possible. It is possible. That is, each rectangle belongs to the individual sections. We should find that if we are able to cut in this form, if we are able to cut the rectangles in this form, then we return true. If it is not possible, we return false. Let us see one example. Let us understand what to do in this. Now, given 1, comma 0, comma 5, comma 2, that is 1, comma 0 coordinate is this is the coordinate. This is the 5, comma 2 coordinate. Next, coming to the next, this is the one triangle. Now, 0, comma 2, 2, comma 4. This is the second triangle. 3, comma 2 and 5, comma 3. This is the third triangle. Next triangle 0, 4, 4, 5. Now, we should consider both the conditions, that is vertical condition and horizontal condition. Let us consider the both conditions. Let us consider the both conditions. When we are considering vertical, that means we are cutting in this way. In this way. We are cutting this in this way. Now, for that, we consider we consider these 2 points. What are these 2 points? These are from rectangle of 1 comma rectangle of 3. From these 2 points, this is 0. This is 2, 2 coordinate. If we consider vertically, then these will be the 2 coordinates. If we consider horizontally, then what will be the coordinates? What are the most important coordinates to be maintained? That is these 2 coordinates. That is 1 comma 5. That is from vertical we consider array or rectangle. Array, array of 1 comma 3. 1 comma 3. From this horizontal we consider array of 0 comma 2. I hope this point is clear to all. If we consider vertically, then this will be this in this way we should consider. If we consider horizontally, in this way you should consider. Now, here if we observe clearly that they have mentioned that we should get minimum of two two sections, two section lines. Sections, not two sections, section lines. If we at least two, we should get at least two section lines. This is the condition. To approach this, what will be the, let us observe clearly that if we consider a triangle, if this is a graph of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead of considering rectangles, if we consider the bottom lines, that is these lines, if it is horizontal, we consider these lines. If it is vertical, we consider these two lines. Let us see what happens if we consider these lines. That is 1 comma 5. From 1 to 5, one line. From 1 to 5, that is one line is possible. Now 0 to 2, 3, 0 to 2, 3 to 5, 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 and 0 to 4, 0 to 4. Something should strike in your mind that I have discussed this concept in yesterday class. That is March 24th problem. That is merging intervals. Merge intervals. Merge intervals. If we consider, if we go through this problem, you you will get easier understanding of this problem. If no overlapping, that is here no overlapping conditions, no overlapping conditions. In considering no overlapping conditions, we should consider in this way. If we consider overlapping, there are two cases, overlapping case and non-overlapping case. Overlap, non-overlap. Overlap and non-overlap case. If we consider overlap case, if two are overlapped, then we should maintain, yesterday I have said we should maintain the current and next element. Current and next element. The main is we should know the condition, at least two conditions. One is the at least two condition, and we should instead of considering rectangles, we consider lines, in which if it will become easier to solve the problem. If we consider two lines, then it is started. It is started. This is start. This is started. This is end start, end end. Or we can consider next start and next end. Next start and next end. We consider next start and next end. Now, if we merge these two vertices, merge these two lines, then now single line will become start end, start of start, and from these two maximum, from these two, which is the maximum, this will be considered as the ending. If we merge, if you want to merge two lines, then this will become the case. This is the first case. Now, if we discuss second case discussed there, if there is no overlapping, if there is no overlapping, next start and next end, current starter, start, current end. If there is no overlapping, if there is no overlapping, then this will be one vertex and this will be another vertex. I think these two conditions are clear to all of them. For this, to maintain this vertices, we keep a list array. We keep list array of list array. We insert current elements by modifying, that is by modifying overlapping and non-overlapping cases. We check for the overlapping and non-overlapping case. We check for overlap and non-overlap case, and we go on update this list. Now, for considering easier, that is, if we go on through the rectangle, it will become some time complexity. That means instead of iterating, I have already discussed this comparator. Instead of iterating, we use comparator. We use comparator and sort those. If we compare and sort them in the rectangle, given rectangles, based upon rectangles, we create a intersection array. That means we divide into two arrays. That is horizontal array for horizontal and for vertical. There will be we maintain for two arrays. In horizontal array, this will be containing zeroth element and second element. This will be containing first element and third element. This is the difference. If we consider these two elements based upon these two conditions, we check for the overlapping conditions. This will be the brute force for this overlapping conditions and merge them. Overlap conditions and merge them and merge them. They have said we should at least two cuts. At least two cuts. For at least two cuts, if we get if merging array size is greater than or equal to 3. That means 1, 2, 3. If we have three sections, then it is easier to divide of two cuts. Similarly, in the vertical cuts also, if these are the two rectangles, three rectangles, then minimum possible of cuts is two cuts. Minimum possible is two cuts. This is the possible conditions and the brute force how to solve this problem. Let us discuss the problem code for this. Let us discuss the code. Let me increase the size. What I have discussed earlier, what the brute force method, the brute force approach, and how to iterate through the arrays and the conditions, the same thing is given in this code. Now, first initially we create two arrays. Initially we create two arrays because for merge x, that is horizontally, it is horizontally, it is vertically. Here we are sending a function vertical. Here vertical is true, here vertical is false. If the size is greater than or equal to 3, then we return true, or else we return false. Let's see what this merging y and merging x does. Merging of x and merging of y is similar to this only. That is, we merge accordingly to the overlaps, and we merge if there are no overlaps, if they are containing overlaps, we go through some conditions and we sort it. Here we can see this sorting function. Here, I think no sorting. Here, please add a function called arrays.sort. Arrays.sort. It is sorted. How this comparator will be written is we should sort these array elements by using a condition called by comparing two words by which integer.compare of by comparing a of 0 and b of 0 by comparing a of 0 and b of 0 in intervals we have divided into two. If it is vertical, we should consider these array. If it is not vertical, we consider these. I think this is clear to all. We calculate if depending upon the vertical or horizontal, this will be calculated. Now we consider current array element and next array element. We iterate through the all the elements in the intervals and we go on update. If it is containing overlap, this condition will be satisfied. If it is not overlapping, this condition. After that, we return off merged. Let us see an example. If we take 1 comma 6, 2 comma 4, and 1 comma 8 comma 10. This is one example. In this, it is containing merged array. So if we merge, this will become 1 comma 6 only. That means 1 comma 6 is this. 1 comma 6 is this. 2 comma 4 is completely overlapped. So we consider, based upon this, we consider maximum of these element or this element. That is, this is current. This is next. We consider maximum of current of one and next of one. Here you can see the current of one is equal to maximum of current of 1 comma next of 1. Now coming to the next, it is not merging, so we just iterate through this and we keep it as separate. Now we have two array elements. Here two, by keeping two rectangles, we are not possible to cut into the sections. At least they have said two cuts. So it is returns false. In every case of these values, if it returns true array element of size 2, then it returns false. So my dear friends, I think today's problem and today's problem solution is clear to all and the problem approach is clear to all. Thank you, my dear friends. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share with your friends. Thank you.